Hey guys, and welcome back to Fringe Friday. I am Carmen. Today we are watching season 1, episode 10, which is insane. I have quite recently watched the last episode, and I think that essentially the tagline for this is just, I'm worried about, and then insert one of the main characters, because I'm worried about Walter and his state of mind. I'm worried about Olivia and her state of mind. I'm worried about Peter and just the poorly timed, ill-advised choices I believe he is making. I'm worried about what's going on with Massive Dynamic and what they might do. I'm worried about what Loeb is planning on doing. I'm worried about what Little Hill means. I'm worried about all of the stuff that happened in the last episode. I'm just very worried about everything. So, that being said, let's just get right into this episode and see what else I can worry about. Oh God.
Security cameras out, disarming alarm. Alarm disarmed.
Roger.
You're not gonna wear gloves or something? Is that low? They're literally robbing a bank? Wait,
Hey, how we doing?
Good to go.
Okay, powering up. Three.
Are they literally robbing a bank? Because this is what I joked about 2 episodes ago when they did this.
35 seconds.
What are they getting?
Go! I'm right behind you.
You're gonna get stuck.
Man is stuck. He can't leave that in there. We're screwed if he does. Yeah, I think he understands that.
Aren't you screwed if he's stuck in there too?
We got slack. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. 8, 6,
Pull me through.
5 seconds. 4, 3. We got 2 seconds. Come on, pull.
He's gonna get stuck in the door.
Pull me through.
No.
Grab everything. Let's go.
You're gonna leave him like that?
No. Help me. Please.
Okay, but there's a person stuck in the... You don't think that's gonna be a little bit sus? You don't think that's suspicious?
Even when I was at boarding school, they used to call me Han.
As in Solo? That's cute. At least you had a nickname.
The only thing that's been taken has been a single oversized safe deposit box. All without so much as a breach to the vault. The who, what, and why? That's you.
That's most of it.
Peter, I know this man.
What, the guy on the wall?
She recognizes him.
Raul Lugo.
You know this man?
Yeah, he was in my first unit of the Marines.
Then you have my condolences.
Oh,
He lives in Edison. I've been to his house.
damn. Is Olivia's guy gonna talk to him? Or who is this? No? Is it a lawyer?
Mr. Cole, please come in.
It's weird to see him smile. In that way.
You were implying, and you've been implying with increasing frequency, that you don't approve of my admittedly nomadic existence. In short, Walter, you're saying that you're disappointed I haven't made more out of my life.
Yes, I suppose so.
Oh dang, at least he admits it. I guess.
Can I help you guys find something?
We're looking for an electric saw, preferably variable speed with an easily replaceable blade system.
What are you cutting, wood?
Human tissue, flesh and bone. It's more sinuous than you may expect.
No need to call the police.
She's definitely gonna call the police.
You spoke to my people. Do they have any news for me?
Yes, they said that the job in Philadelphia was successful.
Good. They are to wire Mr. Loeb another $100,000 and to inform him of the location of the next item.
Wait. I didn't know.
Items that I will need upon your next visit. My people will provide them for you.
Dramamine, suntan lotion. What are
As
these
my
for?
employee, really is none of your concern now, is it?
thought, oh, are they breaking him out of prison? Is that why? Is that why they are gonna walk through the walls and stuff? Is that the real purpose of the equation?
You knew Raoul? Yes, of course. We served together in the Marines.
Oh, I didn't know.
We have met before.
Who, you and I?
Yes. We had dinner here.
You were in my house.
Raoul and I met at Camp Pendleton. And we had dinner here, the night that he became first lieutenant.
What if she's remembering John Scott's memories?
You made pot roast,
And
but
it burned, yes. And we had to order in.
Yeah.
John Scott, right?
The day Raoul made first lieutenant, it was just me, Raoul, and
John Scott.
Who?
Yeah. John Scott.
John Scott. Are you okay?
I don't think that okay is the word that she feels right now.
You have no idea what you're capable of, Peter.
That's sweet, Walter. Are you okay?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm good.
She's gonna pretend she is.
Your pupils are dilated. It's a symptom of high stress, unless you're using hallucinogens. Are you tripping, Agent Dunham?
Walter.
He's not judging, he's just asking.
I didn't recognize Raoul Lugo. John Scott did.
You're confusing John Scott's memories.
With my own.
Mm-hmm.
So you never met this guy?
Nope.
But I could have sworn I did.
I don't understand that. I need to look into that.
Okay, but first we need to figure out what happened here.
I think she would appreciate if you would look into that. I think they're doing it for... Okay, sorry. What's going on? But they're doing it for Jones, I think.
Are you ever gonna let us see what's in these boxes?
I don't think so. And even if I did, you wouldn't understand it.
So they're just doing this and they don't even know why? I assume that they're getting paid. What's in the box? You're not gonna let the audience see either?
This gentleman is standing on what appears to be solid. However, add vibration.
And it's not solid?
It seems that use of this technology can render one slightly radioactive.
How slightly?
Not as slightly as I thought.
Isn't that dangerous?
Hey, Astrid, would you mind,
Watching Walter? Yeah, I'm on that too.
Poor Astrid. I want to know more about Astrid, you guys. Do I get backstory? Do I get more scenes? I want this.
Double shot of whiskey.
Double. What's your preference?
Your call.
You?
Same as the lady.
I'm Stephanie. This is my brother, Rick.
Brother.
Are you sure we haven't met before?
I don't think so.
Drew, I gotta tell you, I never forget a face.
It's true, she doesn't. It's kind of creepy, actually.
Raoul and Susan's wedding.
No way. You were there?
You were the best man.
Yeah.
It's incredible, right? She's been able to do that since we were kids. Remember that?
I do.
I heard they split.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised.
Why not?
Raoul got weird.
Weird how?
I don't know. It's post-traumatic stress or something. He started hanging out with the VA a lot.
Which one?
I don't know.
Bartender.
It's a shame. He's a good guy.
Brother.
Kind of works better that way.
Does it now?
You can't hit on a guy if you're with a guy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's the rush? Two's your limit.
Is that a dare?
They're gonna be so drunk. Oh no.
Now, I need you to memorize that card.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
You sure?
Yes.
And just like everything else we do around here, it's about to get weirder. Okay, so top that.
Okay.
Seriously? Oh, that's fantastic. Women never have card tricks.
Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
4 of clubs. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Stop.
Queen of diamonds.
You can count cards.
That's all I would do when I was a kid. I just have this thing for numbers. I see them once and remember them for the rest of my life.
Seriously?
Yeah, the numbers of the safety deposit boxes. 233, 377, and 610.
Are those...
I know those numbers.
How do you know those numbers? Is it latitude, longitude? What is it? What is it? What is it?
Walter! Walter, wake up. This is important.
Oh, do you two want to use the room?
Every night you recite a sequence of numbers to
Oh.
help you fall asleep.
Yeah.
What is that pattern?
It's a Fibonacci sequence, but it's a coincidence. It can't
No.
possibly be significant.
What?
Unless,
What are you realizing?
oh my God,
What?
What?
Yes, what?
the safety deposit boxes are mine.
What? What? What is in it?
Walter, are there any other safety deposit boxes that haven't been broken into yet?
I don't know. I don't know where, because I can't remember why I put things into the box. What was I protecting?
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I didn't use my usual hiding places, so I suspect it was something of profound significance.
Uh-huh.
They must have somehow shared consciousness. It would suggest that some of John Scott's memories, perhaps the very ones we need, are in Agent Dunham's mind.
Uh-huh. So what the fuck are you gonna do? I don't trust you.
I'm sure you know I can't violate patient confidentiality.
Raul Lugo is dead, Dr. Miller. So his right to confidentiality no longer applies.
I think it still applies after death, to be fair.
If you're referring to current or former patients, those records are also protected.
Unless they're involved in ongoing criminal activity, in which case it would be your duty to release them to me.
I'm not about to violate my ethical duty based on your say-so.
I mean, I understand.
You like to play chess?
With anyone in particular?
There were 4 of them. The chess club.
And do you remember their names?
Get a pencil.
He's helpful.
If you were going to rent a safety deposit box in Providence, what bank would you use?
Providence, that would have to be the Fairmont Savings Bank off Westminster Street. Well done, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
What?
987. It's the next number in the Fibonacci sequence.
FBI! Freeze! Come on, come on!
They're gonna shoot you. Loeb's gonna shoot you.
Let's go!
Oh, shit.
ID number 31.
He might talk. I mean, he doesn't know that much, though.
Come back in the morning with the paperwork for my appeal. 6:30 sharp. Oh, and wear one of your lucky suits.
Will there be anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. I'll need my people to procure one last item.
Excuse you? You cannot... What? Nope. I'm stressed. We're not hurting Olivia.
Radiation poisoning. Right now you're in the walking ghost phase, which I suggest you enjoy because it's a hell of a lot better than the intestinal bleeding, delirium, and coma phase you're gonna hit in a couple of days. You violated the laws of physics, Mr. Eastwick, and Mother Nature's a bitch. First, I need to know what you were hired to steal.
He didn't tell us.
Who's he? I need a name.
He never told us his name.
Loeb.
He's got everything he needs now.
Everything he needs to do what?
Are you gonna help me or not?
Actually, Ryan, no.
Unless you tell me everything I need to know.
I swear I don't know what he's doing.
You know Germany. Germany.
He's going to a field in Westford.
A field? What field?
I don't know.
I know where they're going. There's an abandoned airstrip out there. It's called Little Hill Field.
Little Hill!
That's the code word that Joseph Smith gave to David Robert Jones.
Yes!
Which hand?
It's fantastic.
Magic.
Magic. What? What? What do you remember? What do you remember?
You nearly died when you were a boy.
Yeah.
Started bruising. Then your kidneys failed. Doctors didn't know what it was. The closest diagnosis was hepia. It's a rare form of bird flu that hadn't been around for decades.
Oh wait, there's a different time than the car accident?
In my research, I discovered a doctor. The only man that had ever successfully cured a case of hepia. He had died in 1936. I designed a device intended to reach back into time to cross the time-space continuum and retrieve Alfred Gross.
A time machine?
I think that's what I hid in those safe deposit boxes.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Before I could test it, you started to recover.
Okay.
Doctor said it was the miracle. In theory, it could retrieve anyone from anywhere.
It could retrieve Jones from a German prison? Right? Are they dead ass gonna get him from this frickin' prison?
95 degrees north.
But how did they make it work?
All I need is your signature.
He's gonna steal his suit. That's why he wanted to get him to get it tailored, right? What's
Charlie, black SUV just came out of nowhere.
Oh, it's the person that's trying to get her. Girl, watch out! You're stressing me out. Oh my god.
Ma'am?
Oh my god. Oh no.
Target captured.
Excuse me, I do not approve of this at all. He's real trusting of this thing that's never been used before accurately.
Olivia Dunn was missing.
Yeah.
What do you mean missing?
It appears she's been abducted.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about Agent Dunham. Why would I want any harm to come to her?
Do you have her?
She didn't even put up a fight.
I mean, she did.
Let's not keep her waiting.
What the hell do you want with her, you fucking creep? Why does it have to end like that? Why does it have to end like that? Okay? That episode had a lot of stuff in it, and holy shit, it had a lot of stuff. I am trying to figure out exactly what I want to say first because shit happened. And I have such a strong desire to watch the next episode right now because of the way it ended with Olivia being kidnapped and... okay. Sorry. I am going to try to calm myself and talk about it. So, one revelation is there is a machine that Walter basically invented like 95 to 99% of and just didn't quite finish, that allows you to travel through space and time, right? So one, that's freaking crazy. Also, like, Walter loving Peter so much that he literally freaking invented a machine that travels through space and time to try to save his son is... It just makes me love Walter so much. But we have that. And there's also like the revelation that Mr. Jones was actually working with Loeb, and Jones used, well, they both did. They used Olivia to sort of send the message that they wanted back and forth, right? Like, Jones needed Loeb to know about Little Hill, and they used Olivia and Walter and Peter to get that information and to do with it what they wanted. Whereas I thought that Jones was innocent in this. He's actually guilty as fuck. Like, he's not the good guy, which I don't know. I don't know why I expected him to be, because, you know, Anderson dolls, but I was giving him the benefit of the doubt in this, and I was a fool for doing that. But it's so crazy. Like, we got so many answers because Little Hill is the field, and the machine did allow them to break into banks, like I sort of jokingly posited a few episodes ago. But it's because of the safety deposit boxes that Walter had put the machine in that they needed to get to. And the writing is so good. That makes me so happy. I love having some answers. I know we don't have that many answers, and we still have like a shit ton of questions, like what the fuck are they doing now? Like, why did they do this? Why did they take Olivia? There's still lots of questions regarding Peter and Walter and Massive Dynamic and Nina Sharp and John Scott and a lot of stuff, but we got a few answers, and I'm very happy about that. Now, what is Jones's plan from here? And why does he need Olivia? Does he know that she has some of John Scott's memories and he's trying to get to those before Massive Dynamic does? That's kind of the only thing that I could see that he would need her for, because I mean, I don't know what else that she would specifically know that he would want, you know? But then the question is, why would he want... Well, I guess the question then is actually, what is it that Massive Dynamic is trying to find in John Scott's memories that David Jones might also want? Of course, we don't know what John has in his memories, so it's a very kind of rhetorical question, because it literally, at least as far as I know, can't be answered yet because the show hasn't given us the tool to answer it yet. But that's my assumption of what he wants with Olivia. And he better fucking not hurt her to get it, because I already have a bias against Jared Harris because of him playing Anderson Dawes. So if he hurts Olivia, like, I'm gonna be very upset. I do wonder how they got the machine that Walter created to work, because Walter said that he didn't finish creating it. So I wonder who did finish creating it in order to get it to actually function. It's weird. The machine is kind of like a mix of like beaming from Star Trek and the ring, the little rings that they use in Stargate SG-1, and yeah, it just reminds me of both of those things. So that has nothing to do with anything really. I'm just making a note that this science fiction show is kind of alluding to previous science fiction shows. But I mean, I think that it's the idea of time travel, of just spatial travel, is kind of a common theme and something that science fiction often delves into, and the idea that it could be possible one day. So I get why, but anyway, my point was, who finished it? Who finished it? Who is Jones working for / with? Because it's been my assumption that he's working against Massive Dynamic, but we actually have no proof of that. He could be working for Massive Dynamic, and Nina Sharp is just fucking lying when she's talking to Broyles, like, because I don't trust her at all. So what if he is working for them? What would that mean? So many questions. I love it. I love it. I love it. Something else that I feel should be mentioned in this episode is Walter and Peter kind of having various conversations about, one, apparently Peter almost died when he was little, again, a different time from the car accident, which is what caused him to create the time machine and everything like that. And Walter said that he miraculously got better before that was required. Based on his previous conversation with Olivia, where he thought that she knew something because it was in the file about Peter, I don't think I fully believe that. As well as the fact that Walter has said multiple times, and in this episode he said, let me look for the exact quote, "You have no idea what you're capable of," about Peter. And of course, that's a thing that is a very common throwaway saying, especially to people with Peter's level of intellect and skill, and Walter being, disappointed that he hasn't used that to the best of his ability. However, knowing other things that we know and having sort of other indications in the show, it really makes me wonder about Peter and who he might really be. And I don't really have a lot of guesses. I think that there's a chance that he's not fully human, like I've said before. Of course, this show doesn't really have any indication of extraterrestrial life or anything like that so far, so that could be a very left field guess. But I do find it really intriguing that the show has kind of been the whole time planting these seeds of, there's something about Peter that's not quite what we think. There's something we don't know. And there's something that Peter doesn't know. And I find that very fascinating. And I'm curious as to what it is. And again, it's quite possible that I'm just overthinking this because I tend to do that. But if I'm not, I'm very curious if this is deliberate or if I'm seeing a pattern where there's not a pattern. Haha, the pattern. Which is what we could all be doing, because apparently the pattern could be manufactured by Massive Dynamic. We just don't know what the hell is going on at any point in time, really. I also think this is kind of going off of the Walter and made 95% or 99, however much percent of this machine. So many of the things that are being used, it's like Walter got them this far and then they just had to go like that little bit extra. So not that things are Walter's fault, of course, but I'm just curious as to like the extent to which Walter advanced science in the Fringe universe, because it seems like him and William Bell really sort of pioneered a lot of these discoveries that are being used, and they didn't get like 100% of the way there always, or really that we've seen at all, but they got so far, I just think that's really interesting that Walter has such a massive, kind of pun intended, I guess, footprint in the scientific world in the show, right? Like he's such a big part of the way that science is continuing to develop and evolve and move throughout time, if that doesn't make sense. That's a weird way of saying it, but he's been a big part of science moving forward, right? Of scientific discoveries and scientific things. Like, yes, it's fringe science, which, in the world that we exist in is kind of not real, yet in the world that they exist in Fringe, is real, I don't know, I just think it's interesting how important Walter has been to everything that's happened so far. Ooh, I almost forgot. I also think it's really interesting that Olivia is sort of, her memories and John's memories are sort of intertwining in her head, and she's like, oh, I remember this. And yet it's like, it's not really her memory, it's his memory. But she doesn't remember enough to distinguish which memories are hers and which are his right now, which is problematic and troubling, but also really interesting. And I hope that they can figure that out, and like Walter can figure that out and help her out, because I don't think it's a great thing that she's starting to mix her and John's memories together into one memory, and she doesn't realize it. She's not like, oh, this is a John memory. She just remembers something. She thinks that she remembers it, but she doesn't remember it. She's remembering what he remembers. You know? It's just weird. It's just weird, and I wonder if she's gonna like lose parts of herself. Like, are his memories that she doesn't remember aren't her memories? Can they take over her memories? Is that possible? And then she, like, can they, like when you had a VHS tape and you record something and then you can just record over it, is his memory just recording over one of her memories? Or is it just, like, nestling itself alongside one of her memories? Because one is real bad and the other is, like, inconvenient, but maybe could be, like, taken away. But if he's like rewriting her memories, that's not good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. That is all that I have to say about this episode. If you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. As always, you can also watch the next episode right now over on Patreon, which is linked in the description below, as well as my entire reaction to this episode. And that is at patreon.com/Carmen Young. Anyway, that's all I really have to say. I hope to see you guys next Friday for more Fringe. Until then, bye guys.